Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Millicent Nwaka. Coming up on the program, Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo visits Bayelsa State in South Nigeria for a meeting with Niger Delta leaders. Residents of Hallelujah community in Osogbo, Osun State, protest against the demolition of their homes. A Nasarawa State governor inspects more infrastructure projects. The Bayelsa State capital is in celebratory mood as they welcome the acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to the state. Professor Osinbajo, who arrived Yenagoa this afternoon, is meeting with the leaders of the Niger Delta to discuss achieving permanent peace that will lead to the improvement in crude oil production. This is the first visit as acting president is leading a high-level delegation of the federal government in an interaction with traditional rulers of the region. Previously, the Vice President held a similar meeting at Baramatu Kingdom in Delta. An Abuja High Court presided over by Justice Jude Okeke has adjourned the trial of Justice Adamawa to the 20th and 21st of February, following an application for adjournment by one of the defense lawyers, Mr. Robert Clerk. At the resumed hearing of alleged corruption against Justice Adamawa, a serving judge of the Federal High Court, Mr. Robert, prayed the court to enable him attend to his health. The prosecution team, led by Mr. Segun Jegede, did not oppose the application, as he informs the court that a member of his defense team is currently on admission at an undisclosed hospital. Presiding Judge Jude Okeke subsequently adjourned the case for continuation of trial.
Based on an application by me, we all agreed to take an adjournment for personal reasons. That's the reason, But it was based on the consensus of our client.
One of defendant's counsel was ill and couldn't go on with the trial, so he had to ask the court for an adjournment, which we graciously granted. We acceded to the adjournment because he was actually not physically okay. So it comes up, I think, 20th and 21st of February.
And at least 8 people have been confirmed dead in Zamfara State, northwest Nigeria, following a clash between community members and suspected herdsmen in Safe local government area. The state police commissioner, Shaba Alkali, told journalists that the victims were on a reconciliatory mission on behalf of the district head of Safe, but were ambushed by gunmen suspected to be Fulani herdsmen. Sources close to Zamfara state government also told Channels Television that all the 8 people sent by the district were killed by the suspected herdsmen. They could not, however, confirm if the government was aware of the mission. In July last year, President Buhari launched a special operation involving the Nigerian armed forces against cattle rusting, but the killings and destruction are yet to abate. The state government is also yet to comment on the issue. The Catholic Bishop of Yola Diocese, Bishop Dami Mamza, is accusing security agencies of not responding promptly after receiving security reports of an impending attack on the Kodomu community of Demsa local government area of Adamawa State. The clergy made the comment while distributing food and non-food items to victims of the attack. The bishop visited Kodomu community in company of other officials of the diocese.
Citizens are actually in the hands of the government. Government should be able to provide adequate security to every community. And based on the story I've had, when the herdsmen came here and destroyed this village and killed so many people, they also had hints even before that, and they also reported it to the relevant authority. But unfortunately, action was not taken. So what I want to advise is that even if it is a rumor that is taken to security agents that something might happen, they should take the rumor seriously and take precaution. If precaution was taken right from the beginning, probably the lives that were lost would have lost the lives. The houses and the properties that have been destroyed probably wouldn't have happened that way.
The Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, says the ongoing reforms of the nation's police force are at an advanced stage, but stresses that the Nigeria police force continues to be hindered by an acute lack of necessary funding support. The nation's police chief calls for the passage of new legislation that will remedy financial vulnerabilities in a bid to bolster the independence and integrity of the Nigeria police force. The Inspector General made the call when addressing participants at the National Defense College in the nation's capital. Our correspondent Adamawa Ngilale has more.
This is the quarter guard mounted by the NDC awaiting the arrival of the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris. Given the abundance of internal and external challenges and the relative dearth of resources needed to confront them, the police boss addresses participants at the NDC on the state of the police force. Upon his arrival, Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris inspects the quarter guard. Addressing NDC lecture participants, the Inspector General says police reforms have transited from planning stages to implementation.
Creating this School of Finance, School of Logistics, School of, to see how we can enhance our professionalism of our drivers, of those working in our account departments.
Dissatisfied with the total reliance of the federal police on government budgetary allocation to function, Nigeria's police chief details the extent of deprivation with an eye on a solution.
2012, 52 billion, but what was released is 8 billion. 2013, 55 billion. What was released is 7 billion. 2014, 56 billion. You can see the disparity between what is budgeted and what has been released for us to use. We are looking at the establishment of Police Trust Fund. With the passage of that bill, is going to address the funding of the police adequately.
As electoral violence and state-level politics diminish confidence in the feasibility of state policing, the Inspector General points to new internal reforms which he says will repose the loyalty of policemen in the nation rather than powerful men.
We decided to establish a special protection unit training school in Kaduna. It's for us to send trainers there, for us to commence training, so that we can now ensure that mobile police are going to, their duties are going to be restricted to only what they are trained for, not following these VIPs up and down.
In the face of human and material shortfalls, Nigeria's police chief affirms that greater fiscal independence from federal and state government sponsorship will enhance service integrity, performance, and national security. Adamawa Ngilale, Channels Television News.
And same with Nigeria security agencies, the damaging effect of the activities of illegal refineries has continued to bother the Nigerian Navy. The Chief of Training and Operations, Naval Headquarters Abuja, Rear Admiral Adeniyi Oshinowo, was at the Warri Port, Delta State, to flag off the Operation Sare Teku 4, saying it will continue to stop the activities of illegal refiners who are milking the nation's wealth illegally.
What really remains a concern to the Nigerian Navy is the damaging effect of the activities of illegal refiners, those who break the pipes, causing pollution of the environment, and also converting the crude oil by so-called crude refining methods into other products through which other effluents and byproducts have and continue to significantly degrade the environment. The longer term effect of these activities is of deep concern to the Nigerian Navy and the environment and the health of not only this generation but future generations of people living within this general area.